Welcome to a special spring edition of Topper Talk. I'm Scotty Bustler. Alongside me is Bart Lyon. We're coming to you from the CB Kent's meeting room here at Kermit Tipton Stadium. Bart, tell us why today's episode is so special.
First day of spring practice today. Got an opportunity to check out the guys, and they really look good. A lot of different faces and different positions, and a couple guys even changed numbers, Scotty. But look for the Hilltoppers to again have a big season. It's next man up here at Science Hill, so looking for a very, very big campaign for the Hilltoppers in the 2025 season.
All right, so we have a transfer here with us today, Lane Clement from Wyoming. So, Lane, why did you choose Josh City and Science Hill?
So to start off, I already have family down here. My aunt and my uncle, they've been here since college. You know, my uncle ran track at ETSU. My aunt went to school at ETSU, so that's how they met. So I've kind of had roots down here. My family is really from Elizabethton. I have a lot of family from Elizabethton. My great grandma grew up in Elizabethton. And then she moved back to Colorado and then to Cheyenne. So that's kind of how I ended up over there.
Well, we're definitely glad you chose Science Hill and Elizabethton.
Yeah. But you know, really like the city. It was a great move for me, honestly. I really like getting out to Cheyenne.
Good.
Hey, we talk about new players in different positions, and you've got an opportunity to throw some balls to some receivers. Name some receivers that are going to have a breakout season this year.
I mean, honestly, I think all four of our guys, have a chance to have a great season. You got Tyler Holder, big body, he's quick.
Yes, he is.
You got Branson Newberry, up and coming. He really been working out, really been working on his stuff. Keenan McInturf, I know he hasn't got the looks he's wanted to, but I think this season could really be his year. And then also you got, you got Jabril. He's new. I think he could really be a big factor. And you got Darion too, both basketball guys.
Yes.
I think both those guys definitely have a chance to be special. But I'd say any of those guys definitely.
Yeah, those are all good weapons. I've had the opportunity to coach all those guys in middle school, and those are the guys that can definitely get some things done. When you see Mathis, and you'll get an opportunity to throw some passes out to Mathis and
he's a baseball
to Aiden, and then to Nyleek out of the backfield. Man, listen, it's just like having a full arsenal.
I mean, if you talk about running backs, man, I could go on forever. Between Nyleek, Aiden, and Ian, that's unstoppable.
That's a 1, 2, 3 punch.
Last year we called them the Four Horsemen. What are we gonna call them this year?
You got Keontae coming up too.
Yeah.
You got more guys coming up.
Yeah.
So
the Fab Five.
Yeah, they could be. Yeah.
All right, we just get it. We just go into here.
Yeah.
The Fab Five. All right, Lane. So I know Cheyenne's a pretty big town in Wyoming, the biggest town in Wyoming.
Yeah.
Okay. What do you think about our little town so far here in Josh City?
I mean, I wouldn't call it exactly little. Coming from Wyoming.
Yeah.
This town's bigger than Cheyenne, even though Cheyenne's the biggest town in Wyoming. But I love the atmosphere. I love the people. I love the weather. It's 70s right now.
Yes.
We wouldn't get that until the summer.
No, for sure.
So I just, it's a great change. New faces and all that. So I really enjoy it.
All right, Lane, who are some of the closest friends that you've made so far that's on the football team?
So, Tyler Holder, of course, Ian Mathis, Braden Austin, Harris Smith, Darius Deliqua, Trent. He was, honestly, I could go down line, Sawyer Necessary. All these guys have just really taken me in and just made me, it just feels like I've been living here my whole life.
Watch out for Sawyer. He gets in trouble.
Sawyer's rough now. He's been on a couple of episodes of Topper Talk.
He likes to hang around and see if somebody doesn't show up so he can be on the other end.
He'll pitch hit in a minute now. And he's a kid that has played since his freshman year.
Yeah.
That's hard to do at Science Hill, but he's pretty gritty.
And then, I don't know if you heard about the little brother.
Oh.
He's going to be the next
one. Oh, really?
The Knox, the one in middle school.
Yeah.
All right, so for people that don't know, your dad played at Miami, quarterback, D1. How does that help you as a quarterback?
I mean, going through the recruiting process, he's just really been there for me. He gets it. He understands what colleges are looking at and how they think, And then also, he's played quarterback at a very high level. So when I ask him, what am I doing on this, because he used to coach me last year.
Mm-hmm.
So he'd help me through every play. He'd talk to me, keep my mental just thinking forward, not getting down, because he's been through the ups and downs of playing quarterback. So
a short memory.
It's definitely been great to have him, because I trust him with whatever he's telling me, because he knows.
Yeah, he's been there.
Now, me and your dad go back to about 1996.
Yeah.
he and I started doing football together, football camps in '97. What about some routes? What are some of the routes you like to throw other than the 9? Okay, your dad loved the 9. He loved the long ball. But what are some of the your routes that we got here at Science Hill that you like?
I've always loved the corner balls. I think the versatility of the corner ball. You could throw that. You could hit him real nice, or you could throw it over the top, and it's also a deep ball. Beat guys over the top. It's easy read. You got smash. The hitch, the corner ball. So I'd say hitches. I'd also say curls. Curls are real easy. I just drop it in there. So curls and corners.
I always tell my quarterbacks on that curl route, get them between the eyes and the thighs right there. Put the round on the money, okay?
All right, Lane, I ask this question every single time, and I think we've only known like 2 songs. But what is your hype song on your playlist?
Y'all should know this one. I'd say "Return of the Mac" by Mark.
Yeah, absolutely.
You go back in our day now.
Yeah. I love that song.
Okay. Good,
That's
pretty good stuff right there.
Sky wants to ask you about your favorite song, which is great, and Return of the Mac is a good one. Who's your favorite NFL quarterback, present or all time?
Present or all time? I'd have to go Cam Newton.
Cam Newton.
When I was a kid growing up, he had these cleats called C1Ns, and ever since I had his cleats, I always wanted to hit the Superman. He's just been I always liked his energy. He's always a guy that everyone looked to as a quarterback, and he was sticking his nose and stuff. He was laying it, he's dropping his shoulder.
Oh yeah.
So I love it. And then being a Broncos fan, watching them in the Super Bowl and watching them take that bad loss, it really I felt for him. Like that was hard watching. So Cam Newton's definitely my favorite.
All right, so there's one thing me and Bart love to do here at Johnson City is eat. So you only been here short, about 4 months?
Yeah,
3.5 months. Okay. So far, what's your favorite place to eat? And it could be more than one.
So are you talking like fast food or restaurant?
Either one.
All right, so
or both.
Something different than what you got in
All
Wyoming.
right, so
Okay.
I like to eat too. That's definitely one of my favorite.
Surely you've been in
pastimes. Yeah. Oh, okay. So I like Pals. Like
Okay.
it kind of messes my stomach up. You know what I'm saying?
Well,
I'd say the Pals shakes though are really good.
yes.
The label's good.
The label.
But there's not a lot of sushi. I'm a big sushi guy.
Okay.
So miso teriyaki, you ever heard of that? It's a sushi place. I like miso teriyaki.
Have you been to Drake's up in Bristol?
I don't know. I've been to
They
Bristol
got me.
a lot.
They do sushi.
I like
Sushi and burgers are their thing.
Petros. Shout out to Aiden Perry. He takes me there all the
Yeah,
time.
it's Perry's spot.
Yeah,
I
I
love
love
the
Petros.
chili chips or
Yeah,
whatever.
yeah,
Okay.
With the hint of
I
orange.
ain't ate there in a long time. Okay. Favorite sit down place.
Sit down place.
Label. You said label.
Miso teriyaki sit down place too.
Oh yeah, misos. Yeah.
I'd say either one of those spots.
Okay. All right. Good
All right.
stuff.
As far as your favorite all-time football movie, what's your all-time favorite football movie?
I watch a lot of movies, so okay. This isn't really a football movie.
Okay.
You ever watch The Faculty before?
Mm-hmm. That's an old movie. You're old school.
Yeah.
I love it.
That's like a '95 movie.
Yeah, so I enjoyed watching The Faculty, and I always liked the part where they get on the football field and the guys are shooting their little aliens.
Yeah. Okay.
So I'd say Faculty.
All right, we'll go with that.
Okay. All right. So we was talking before the show. We was telling you about Memorial Stadium down there in downtown Johnson City beside the baseball field. But we built this in 2010. Coach Carter has coached every game he's coached here. He coached the first game here. What do you think about Kermit Tipton Stadium?
I love it. I really like the it's you can tell it's well kept. The jumbotron, big old jumbotron back there. It's a change of scenery definitely from Cheyenne.
Yeah.
Stands, big old stands go back.
That's the second jumbotron.
Really?
Yeah, we had one. Let's put another
You guys
one.
get it bigger?
Bigger,
Oh,
yeah.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah. We won't go into that story, but yeah, we had to get a bigger one because somebody else bought one that's bigger than ours. So we had to buy one that's bigger than theirs. So
I enjoy the hilltopper on the field too. I thought that was interesting. I've never seen a field like that have a big old logo like that. So I enjoy that.
Okay. Well, Elizabeth and DB, those are good crowds. I'm sure you've heard about the rivalries.
I've been to Elizabeth's field before. I like that field.
I think we played them there this year.
No, they're coming here.
They're coming here. Oh, so it's just gonna be
Yes, that'll be your first game,
It's
bud.
gonna be packed.
That'll be a good one. Hey, you're an athlete, not just a quarterback. You participated in track this year.
Yes, sir.
What events did you run in track?
So I did 100 to 200, and that was solely just to get me quicker for football. I enjoyed it. You know, it was good to get out there and do something different than football
Right.
a little bit. And definitely, I felt like it was getting me quicker. Like I don't like to just sit down and just do nothing. So being busy was good.
Yeah, track's really good for you.
Yeah.
Track's really good for you.
All right, Lane. Do you have it? Well, you just mentioned, of course, we know you play football and you ran track this year. Besides that, do you have any kind of hobbies at home you do? Don't have to be sports.
Watching movies.
Watch a movie. I'm a movie guy too. I'm a big movie guy.
Love
So.
movies. Quentin Tarantino movies.
Well, he's from Knoxville.
Really?
He's
Yeah.
from Knoxville, yeah.
Jordan Peele movies definitely. Get Out. Nope.
Yeah, Get Out.
I love those movies.
Yeah. Those are good movies right there.
All right, Lane, what's the one thing that you could say to all the Topper Nation fans, all the alumni, all the guys that laid the foundation for this football program? What's one thing you can say to them?
I'd say thank you for letting me have this opportunity. It's great to be able to come down here and walk into a spot that's obviously has a lot of rich history with football and just as a school in a whole. Because I know you guys, 100 years? It's old school, right?
Yeah.
Old school. So I'm giving it my all. It's my senior year. Obviously I'm looking to play football after high school, and that you see me up at the practice field, I'm gonna look at the same during the game. So just ready for big senior year.
And something we didn't talk about, Bart, I just want real quick. The field's named after
Steve Spurrier.
Steve Spurrier. Yeah.
So when my dad was coming out of high school, Steve Spurrier was actually recruiting him to go to Florida.
Okay.
So hopefully I meet him at some point before I leave.
Steve's a great guy. He's done a lot for us. He does a lot that nobody even knows about. So, Lane, thank you for coming today.
Thank you, guys.
Bart, you got anything else?
That's all I got, Lane. Look for a big season out
Yes, sir.
of Lane Clement at quarterback, man.
Excited.
And like I said, I've known your dad for a long time, and you look just like him. When I look in your face, we're expecting big things out of you. Okay,
Yes,
be a
sir.
leader. Let's get some wins.
Yes, sir. Let's do it.
All right, Topper Nation. That's a wrap on this edition of Topper Talk. We will see you in August. As always, go Toppers.
Go Toppers.